Hi, Twin Flame peeps. My name is Dagmar, and welcome to my Twin Flame channel. And I'll do the best to try to enlighten you in terms of how to make medicine with your twin flame, in your twin flame journey, and in the relationship. And today I want to talk to you about twin flame addiction. You know, is it love? The addiction between, the sense of addiction between twin flames. Is it love? Is it addiction? Is love addiction? And how do we overcome this horrendously addictive feeling to our twin flame? I'm sure if you met your twin flame, you've experienced it. I certainly have. It is absolutely mind-boggling, the horrendous pull, the longing sometimes that we have to our twin flame. And you know, in spite of things, I mean, like for example with me, in the initial third date we had, my twin flame and I, he triggered some fear with me, and oh my god, I was deathly afraid of him all of a sudden. Not only that, but he also had a huge criminal record, and I actually happened to pull that up online. So it confirmed this fear I had. Of course, you know, our reality always confirms us. And so in spite of that, I had this incredible longing to be with him, to talk to him, to, you know, this pull toward him. And I literally thought to myself, Dagmar, what is wrong with you? Do you like have a death wish or something? I literally couldn't trust this feeling I had, this addictive feeling, this incredible pull, you know. And at one point, you know, he was initially what I thought was stalking me, you know, coming by my house unannounced, knocking 2 a.m. On my bedroom window, drunk out of his ass. And you know, then all of a sudden he stopped, you know, and I started driving by his house, and I thought to myself, Dagmar, you just know better than he is, you know. And it's like, and I mean, I'm not an addictive type person, nor am I obsessive type person with people. I mean, my only addiction in life has been, you know, I smoked during my early years, but I, you know, quit, but it's been almost 20 years ago now. And so that was my only addiction in life. And, you know, so I don't have addictions. Well, perhaps, you know, things like, I don't know, minor stuff like coffee or something, but I even gave that up, and I'm no longer addicted to it either. So anyway, you know, but gosh, with my twin flame, there was something else. And I mean, people think you're nuts, you know, or I thought that people thought I was nuts, you know. I mean, I thought I was nuts, right? It was like incredible. So I want to talk to you about, you know, what is this addictive sense of feeling we get with our twin flame, and that drives us absolutely mad, and, you know, makes us do things we wouldn't otherwise do at all, right? And, you know, how do we, you know, overcome that? How do we blow that up and start acting normal, right? So, but before we start talking about that, I want to mention my mother. She sent me a package for my birthday this month. April is my birthday month, and so she sent me this little thing. I want to share that with you. It's very cute. It's like let's see if I can put it in the right position here into the camera. It's a little, I don't know, if you put a candle in it, it twists. I don't know what you call that, but it's really cute. Anyway, it's my mom for you. She sent me this, amongst other things. She sent me a lot of European chocolate and stuff, which I can't eat right now. I can't eat the sugar right now. But anyway, you know, she's so sweet. And my mother and I are actually soulmates. And if you don't know the difference between soulmates or twin flames, watch one of my earlier videos. It's actually called What is a Twin Flame? I do believe I explain both on that video, what is a soulmate and what's a twin flame. And anyway, soulmates, I think that they're not as nuts as twin flames are. For sure, not as nuts. So anyway, so my mother and I are soulmates. So is my son and I, by the way. And but yeah, my twin flame, oh my gosh, what an experience. So let's talk a little bit about how do we bust this addiction thing, right? What do we do to get back to normal with this? It's maddening, So, and I come from a spiritual healer perspective. I've been a spiritual healer and mentor for the past 13 years or so. And I really have an in-depth, I believe, understanding of how the soul works and what happens on a spiritual level, how we create our reality, how it affects us, how we affect it, and so forth. And so I'm going to give you my insight to that. Not a lot of people understand this about relationship, and this can actually be applied to any relationship, no matter if it's a twin flame or just a regular relationship. Okay, but let's look at what is this addictive sense we get with a person or our twin flame. Now, with twin flames, everything is more pronounced. So, in a regular relationship, you may not feel that kind of sense of addictiveness, but nonetheless, you do attract people, and so, there is some part of that as well, but not to the degree that you may experience it with your twin flame, because remember, twin flames magnify everything by 100-fold. And so what it actually is, I found, it's actually not love. All right, some people think it's love. It's not the love that causes this addictive sense, even though the love aspect draws us to our twin flame as well. But it's different with love. It doesn't have this addictive sense. And what that actually is, the addictive sense, is that it's the baggage we carry that has that kind of magnetism and that kind of addiction. And what I mean by baggage exactly is, we kind of use the term loosely, if you will, out there, baggage. But what it actually is unresolved pain experiences in your past, okay, including your past lifetimes. And no, this is not in your head. This is not something that's part of your mind or your mind made up. The unresolved experiences actually do travel with you from lifetime to lifetime, because I do lots of past life regressions and heal unresolved experiences for people in their past lifetimes that are affecting them in present time, okay? And so what that actually is, the unresolved experiences, they are basically when we travel through life, my dog is making noise over here. When we travel through life, we experience pain, and pain is really a part of the third dimension. So, it's how we naturally learn, is through our pain, right? And to a certain degree, we heal whatever we heal naturally, which means we digest a certain amount of pain naturally, okay? But then there is the kind of pain that's perhaps too intense. We can't deal with it in the moment. And so for whatever reason, we shove it under the carpet, so to speak, and don't deal with it. And that's when that becomes unresolved and it becomes part of our baggage. The digested stuff is not the baggage, okay? Even if you experience the pain. If you digested it properly, it's not part of your baggage. But the stuff that you haven't digested, that you haven't fully resolved or completed on a soul level. And then so later it keeps acting up on us, if you will. There are several things that actually happen with these unresolved experiences. One of them is it actually takes away our energy. Our energy we have to live life with. And what I mean by that, it takes energy to actually hold our pain in place. So that energy that we are now taking to hold the pain in place, we can't use in other places to live life with, so to speak. And so sometimes when I actually help somebody have a healing and heal some of this unresolved pain, they actually feel a sense of a surge of energy, depending on how much energy was released, because it releases that energy back to you when you actually heal that unresolved experience and properly digest it and integrate it. So that's what happens. Now, this magnetism, okay, is part of the baggage. So that is the reason why, for example, the abused will attract just the right abuser to her, because, and they think they fall in love and it's all about love, but really it's about the baggage that brought them together, that actually magnetized them together to do the tango together, and so that they could resolve their issues, okay, on a soul level. And most people don't know this, okay? Now, this applies to regular relationships. It's our baggage that pulls and draws people into us, all right? And so your partner usually has similar type of baggage, or baggage that fits your baggage like a puzzle, okay? So that's basically the bottom line to the addiction aspect of the twin flame journey or relationship or union or whatever you want to call it. And so how do we overcome this? Is very simple, guys, through proper spiritual healing. I'm specifically talking about resolving your unresolved stuff. That's what I mean by healing. Digesting your past pain properly. And when you do that, then this addictive sense basically subsides. And you will always have unconditional love with your twin flame, but the feeling of it is very different. Okay, the feeling of unconditional love is kind of a compassion for the person, and it allows you to love them long distance if need be. You don't have to be with them, like you do with this addiction aspect. Like in the case of my twin flame, I decided to at some point separate from him because he was at a very different vibrational level than I was, and he decided to, have that journey instead. So, kudos to him for, experiencing the low vibration stuff. That's what his soul wanted. But I didn't have to live that with him. I didn't have to be with him, at some point when I properly healed my stuff. And so that sense of addiction kind of went away. And so I recommend, okay, for those of you who are suffering this addictive sense, is to actually, get in touch with me, get some healing sessions, for God's sakes. And, you'll see the difference it'll make. And then you'll be in a much better position to make any decisions. So, like, for example, if you're, married and your twin flame is married and you have this incredible addictive sense of pull toward him, don't break up your marriage because of that. Your journey may not be, or the end of your journey may not be, or the result or the purpose of your journey with the twin flame may not be to wind up in marriage together, okay? So don't do that. Get some healings first, because once you heal this baggage stuff and get rid of this addictive stuff, you're going to have a very different perspective on, the journey with your twin flame, on yourself. You're going to be in much better position to make a decision about it. So while my advice to you is, while you're in this addictive part of the journey, don't make any major life decisions with that stuff, because you're coming from a very different place. You're coming from a place of your unresolved stuff, which involves pain, which involves fear and stress, and you'd be making decisions from a wrong place. You want to be in your power when you make a decision, a life decision. And the way to be in your power is to do some healing and heal this unresolved stuff that's impacting you and that's pulling you into, into whatever fear or stress or worry and all that stuff. All that stuff, by the way, goes away when you actually heal whatever's causing that. So I would recommend, connect with me. Let's have some healing sessions, and, help you on this journey to move forward and then you can make some better decisions, being in a much better place, being in a place of power with your twin flame. And that's how you bust addiction, with your twin flame. And the love will always be there, but without the addictive sense. So anyway, that's my advice for you today. And if you like the video, please press the like button. I would love that. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below the video. I would love to hear from you. Also, if there's anything specific you would like to hear about, give me some pointers as to what you'd like to hear about. I would, make a video about it. And let's see, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. I would love that as well. And I hope you have a wonderful, great rest of your day. Bye now.